Hey Tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Today we are in my Centurion 7-1. We are on Himmelsdorf in an encounter battle in a Tier 9, Tier 8, Tier 7 game. So top tier medium. Centurion 7-1 is one of my all-time favorite tanks. It's just a pleasure to drive. The turret is bouncy. It's got good gun depression, a fairly accurate gun. Can just put some damage downfield. The only thing I struggle with it recently is the reload seems to be a little long and it's a little slow. Could use a speed buff, and if they could shorten up the reload time a little bit, that would be great. But I mean, I've got like a 5 perk skilled crew in this thing, so I don't know how I can speed up the reload any faster without putting in some improved equipment, by spending some bonds. So that may be the next move. But I've been trying to do those on my tier 10s, and but it might be the next move on this thing. Improved gun rammer might increase, the reload. I'll have to do some research on that. But anyway, I digress. We spawned over here in the south, and I'm headed up to the hill here, and I titled this one "Knowing When to Push." This is more of the tanker's tactics. I'm going to have a fairly decent game, don't get me wrong, but knowing when to be aggressive and reading the situation to know when you should be aggressive and when you shouldn't. So here we go. Well, like I said, we're headed up the hill. Got the Type 62 in front of me. V'ger. Definitely a Star Trek fan. I think that was Voyager. And I see the Progetto move up and put a little shot into him. So we got a Progetto, an IS-6. And I'm thinking that Progetto is going to make a run over here. So I'm going to get over here where I can get, into a hull down situation. Use my turret to its advantage. I see the IS-6 over here, and we got an Eagle 7 coming up here. So at this point of the game, all right, I've got a ton of tanks coming up here. We are definitely going to just take the hill, right? And in the encounter battle, that's what you need to do. You need to take the hill. Don't worry about the base. Maybe send 1 or 2 guys down there just to keep everybody honest, okay? But because if you get a couple good hull down tanks here that can hold everybody up, you could feasibly cap out, all right? But they just didn't send enough up here. We've got just a huge amount of tanks coming up over the hill. We're going to take this. And at that point, I see that there's 3 tanks over here. So it's time to maybe be a little bit more aggressive. And unfortunately, what that causes is that everybody starts being aggressive, right? And this is during the Renegade weekend where everybody's trying to get as much experience as humanly possible. So you've got a lot of banging into each other, a lot of pushing. And I did get a little salty with one of the tanks here. And I seriously thought about putting a shot into the side of him. But he was, it is what it is. So anyway, I come up over here. And I'm waiting for that IS-6. And then we got the M103 coming up here now. So they've brought up a fairly decent force, but not enough to match us. And there's the Progetto. All right, put a shot into him. I got a T-34-3 over here. We got a 34-100. And a 34-3's like, follow me. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And he stopped and I didn't see him. So changed the angle. And I take a shot from the IS-6, but that's okay. I managed to put some back, and he gives me an ammo rack. And this is where I get a little salty. All right. It's obvious that Mr. Carnarvon Action X is in sniper mode because he doesn't even see that he's pushing. He's zoomed in like this. He doesn't even see me. He's trying to get to that IS-6. So tankers, please pay attention. All right. I'm guilty of it too. Obviously, I bounced into the T-34-3. And it just be aware of it because he just sits here and just keeps pushing. And that right there is where I almost shot him. I almost shot him right there, and I thought, nope. And he's just going to charge in. All right, and that's fine. There goes the Progetto. Get over here and see if we can help with the IS-6. There goes the IS-6, and I do appreciate Mr. Carnarvon Action X pushing in hard there. He managed to allow me to get 2 kills. Alright, now we got the M103, and he's busy. And he's taking a shot in the rear end. Let's see if I can get a reload on him. Nope, he's down. Alright, so hard charging. We've taken the hill. Now it's just time to just push. Got the Conway. Give him some ram damage. And he's down. Alright. Now I'm in this 3-way race, and it's going to be a race right here, and I'm in the middle. And, alright. STRV gets up on the rocks. Carnarvon Action X swings wide, so I managed to get the lead on that. I had to make a choice here. And now, they have these tanks right down in here, and this is like driving into the campers. So I'm going to cut to the right, or cut to the left, and come down another road. Not drive into their campers over there, that Type 59. I want to drive into him. Alright? It never works out well for me. We got a King Tiger C, auto aim on him, I ricochet, get up tight into this building. Alright, now he's not going to just come charging out because there's a T-29 over there. So he fired, get the reload. Alright. Bounce the AE Phase 1 from behind me. Put a shot into the King Tiger. I'm on the reload, and he's down. So now it's just time to keep pushing. I see this King Tiger here, and he's right there. Now remember, we got these tanks over here. So you'll notice I'll do a little cut in and get in behind that King Tiger, because if I just go straight down this road, I put myself in a crossfire. Trying not to be stupid here. Trying to play smart. Push in. Decide I'm going to take a little cut to the left. See if I can get in behind this King Tiger. Captain STRV is following me closely. Unfortunately, he's going to put himself in a situation where I can't help him. But I did manage to put some hurt on that King Tiger. He's down. And like I said, this is just clean up on aisle 5. Push, rush, do whatever you got to do. I want to see how he does. Okay. So, you'll see this STRV just gets himself in a world of boom. Yeah. And I try to help him, but I can't. I take out the M46. I notice that he's back there, and I'm like, okay, can I give my hand? What can I do? But I end up pinning him more up against the wall. And this is me trying to help. I'm trying to do the right thing. I thought maybe I had, caused him to flip over. And then it's like, I'm sorry, man. Can't help you. Take a shot from the Oods. And put a shot into the 26E4. That's a victory. So, walked out of there with a second class, bruiser, duelist, fighter, fire for effect, 78,624 in credits, 5,488 in experience, and 25 bonds. I got 3,468 in damage, got 5 kills, gives me a base XP of 1,045. The number 1 in damage, I was. Number 1 in base XP, I was. It's just reading how the game was going and seeing and knowing when to push in. Fired 13 shots. Of those 13 hit. That is, for me, that's good. 11 penetrated. I managed to detect 880. Got some decent credits and some decent experience. It was a 3 times weekend. So all in all, like I said, this is just a little teaching video to say know when to push, know when to read what your team is doing compared to what the other team is doing, and when to be aggressive. Obviously, I wasn't as aggressive as Mr. Carnarvon Action X was wanting to be, but his aggressiveness allowed me to get some kills, and I think I was being appropriately aggressive at the time, but apparently not enough for him. And then later on in the game, it's just full tilt bozo, right? So, all right, so that's my Centurion Mk 7-1 on Himmelsdorf in Encounter Battle. If you like the video, hit the like button. Keep those videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. This is Bonsai Duck out.